Hey guys, I'm walking my dog and I just felt like chatting. Um, so yeah, happy Tuesday. Um, so I have one of my kids is very business minded. I always said since he was born that literally he was born like an older man in a baby body. But anyways, I'm sure that maybe you know a kid like that. I know he's most likely not the only one. Just more like serious minded a little bit, and anyways, he has a desire to have a business, like he kind of has an entrepreneurial spirit, if you will. Which I think my other kids do too, but in a sense, well, maybe not. He has a desire to start his own business since he was like 7. I don't know, it could have been before that too. And I really want to support that in the best way that I can. And I feel that as a person that it's challenging me in good ways, because I never had the confidence to think that I could start a business, and I never had that mindset. My kid has that mindset naturally, and I want to continue to encourage that and support that. But I'm facing a lot of my own insecurities in the process, and it's really good. So it was funny because the other day we had lemons hanging around, and Casey, what are you eating? And I thought he loves making juices, and he loves doing hands-on things. He wants to make things, he wants to cook things, everything hands-on he wants to do. Everything that has to do with life he wants to do. He loves playing video games and stuff like that too, and he creates some amazing things in Minecraft. I'm blown away all the time. So lots of creativity, lots of practicality. So I thought, let me sit these lemons out. He'll want to juice them. We'll make some lemonade. Maybe we'll have a lemonade stand, I thought to myself. I kind of regretted mentioning that to him after the fact, because he was really gung-ho about it. He's like, yeah, let's do lemonade stand. I'm like, oh no, actually I don't want to do it. It was like my insecurities started popping up, and I just didn't feel like doing it. I think what happened is I just wasn't sure about it all. Like, I wasn't sure if you need a permit. Like, all these things are like running down my mind. Like, I don't want to get in trouble for doing this. Like, I was insecure about a lot of things and unsure. So I was like, actually, like, I don't know. But anyways, since I mentioned it, I think I had to stick with what I said. So I didn't think I had enough homemade lemonade, which it came out fantastic. We made our own lemonade, freshly squeezed. It was so beautiful. But I didn't think I had enough. So we went and we bought store-bought lemonade, which was awful. I mean, that Kroger lemonade, holy crap, it's disgusting. But anyways, I tasted it after the fact. So we went store-bought lemonade, poured some in cups, and we set out to sell it. But I stayed at a distance from him. I was outside monitoring, but I wasn't like right next to him. And it got a little bit chaotic because the kids in our community are a little bit, I don't know. They're a little bit off the hook. They're a little bit out of pocket, if you know what I mean. So anyways, the one kid kept heckling my son that he needs a business license and a permit to operate this lemonade stand, and he kept criticizing him about like, oh, that's just Kroger lemonade, and it's just like, dude, have you ever been to a pool, stand where they resell shit that they buy at the store or whatever? Anywho, but the kid was like sitting right where my kid was having his lemonade stand, just kind of like to be there to heckle him, but what you see, Casey. But nothing, even the things that seem like they're operating against us are for us. So I don't know what my dog is eating here. As long as it's not poop. What are you eating? Jesus. So anyways, I kind of felt bad because I was like in the background and I wasn't really like being ultra supportive because I wasn't sure. Like, I thought what the kid was saying was kind of true, but my son was handling it very well. You know what I mean? He just was like, he didn't seem like super fazed by it. So I kind of was just in the background monitoring. Like, he could see me and I could see him. Anyways, and then there was this kind of like minor altercation where this kid traded him a pet rock for a glass of lemonade, a cup, not a glass. But then it turned out that this pet rock was like belonged to this other little girl, and she came over and she's like, hey, that's my pet rock. And then so I had to, then that's when I like stepped in and I went over because it was getting weird because the girl was trying to yank it out of his hand and like he was kind of pushing back. I think he tried to like swat her hand away a little bit, and the older kid that was heckling him about having a permit was like, ooh, he smacked you. You need to go and tell your mom. That's why I was like, oh, hell no. Like, what the? Like, you ain't about to set him up. So I just went over and was like, well, whose is this? And the kid who traded it, I guess it wasn't even like his. This is why people say no trades on Facebook Marketplace now. They're like, no trades, cash only, you know? It's like, no trades for this lemonade stand, cash only, bitch. No, I'm kidding. So anyways, I was like, all right, at this point, he sold a few cups of lemonade. I'm like, I think we're done here, you know? And so I just said, hey, you know, just give her the pet rock. It's not worth it, you know? But turned out, as she was pulling his arm or something, or pulling it to try to get the pet rock away from him, he yanked back, and the resistance caused him to hit his mouth here, which caused his shark tooth to fall out. So that really worked out for good because we needed his shark tooth to come out. It was just being stubborn. Like, his new tooth, his tooth, it was fully grown in. The damn shark tooth was still hanging on for dear life, like fully. But he was working on it, and he got it a little bit loose. But then when this girl hit it, it really did the trick. So I was like, wow, did we just have this whole lemonade stand so his shark tooth can come out? You see how weird things are? How weird answers to prayers can come about. A seemingly unpleasant situation actually was something that worked for you in the end anyways. Craziness. So not only that, but it also encouraged me to go to my city building and figure out what the hell we need to do a lemonade stand, because I've heard things about like people getting in trouble, like, hey, you need a permit, it's the health department, yada yada yada. So man, I see really good sticks in here for fires. Anyways, so yeah, like it worked out for our good. So I figured some stuff out. Me and my son, we went to the city buildings. Yeah, hey, what does it take to run a lemonade stand in our community? Turns out they're like, nope, you don't need a permit here in this city or whatever. It's fine, you know. And they were actually quite delighted about it. And so she said, you know, just check with your management where you live just to make sure it's okay to do on their property or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, no doubt. So I'll contact the management. They're like, oh, this is so exciting. And it was weird because before I emailed the property manager, I already in my heart heard her say something about how she's excited and she wants to put a picture of this in the newsletter for the community. And I'm like, I heard it in my heart. I seen it like a flash, like very quickly. Sure enough, I emailed her and said, hey, is this okay? Is this permitted? Of course, we will clean up our trash, etc., etc. And then she's like, oh, I'm so excited for your son. When is it going to be? I want a picture for the newsletter. I was like, wow, you know? So, I mean, I'll take you a picture for your newsletter. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need a permit, and we have permission from the property management. And so it looks like everything is a green light. It looks like we didn't do anything wrong, which is good. But it also gives us the confidence to move forward next time. And next time, I think we're going to do it more proper, because now that I feel like I have the confidence, I've solved my own insecurity problems. My son didn't have any insecurity problems. It was my insecurities being projected. But now that my feelings of insecurity have gone away, because I feel like, okay, this is everything, I feel safe now, like it's legal. It's funny because I posted this question about the lemonade stand in an unschooling, homeschooling community, and of course some people were like highly offended, like, because we shouldn't need a license or permission to sell something and make money. It's unconstitutional or whatever. And I trust me, I feel that I was totally a part of the freedom movement when the whole 2020 activities were going on. I was fully participating in the freedom movement there, and I understand what they're saying, but it's like, and the guy was just going on about, are you serious, like kind of condemning me for it. It's like, dude, I understand your passion, trust me too, but this is kind of like the route that I want to take here. I really don't want to teach my son about civil disobedience right now at this moment for this lemonade stand, because really, if you're going to run a business, you do need to get a business license. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to sell cars and shit, you got to get a car sales, license. So it's good in a way. I know it's ridiculous that about asking for a lemonade stand, but still, this is a learning process, and it's not one that I want to teach my kids civil disobedience on right now. We can learn that sometime in the future, I'm sure. I'm sure the government will give us a chance to express our civil disobedience once again. They saw my civil disobedience all throughout 2020 in a way, appropriate, you know what I'm saying? Because they're children, and you want to be mindful about how much you are, what you're expressing in front of your kids. Because my ex he just was a maniac. He was just like, we'll kill those Democrats and do, like all in front of the, it's just like, you gotta just have your head on straight. And it could be a good teaching moment to teach your kids about civil disobedience when it comes to standing up for your constitutional rights. But just like the lemonade stand is just, I just don't want to do it right now for a lemonade stand, okay? I just want my kid to be able to make a few bucks and have the enjoyment of doing this. Anyways, that was a rant. I didn't really want to go on here, so my bad. But anyways, I was talking about like my own insecurities and things like that, about running your own business and making money doing something and selling something of your own. And so I think that I like the fact that my kid is indirectly helping me with my own quibbles. Is that the word? Quibbles? With that. Children can help you like that. You know what I'm saying? Inadvertently. They help you work on your own shit. All right, guys. I'm going to close out here. Have a wonderful Tuesday.